Hi, Scott here. Hey, welcome back to the Marketing for Business podcast. Hey, look, 2024, it's good to be back. Look, I want to give a shout out firstly to Marty and also Mike, who hit me up over the Christmas breaks, saw me and come up and said, hey, really enjoying the podcast, really learning a lot, and you know, thanks for interviewing and sharing your knowledge and other people's knowledge with me as a business owner. So yeah, hey, look, I really appreciate the support and I really appreciate the feedback, and it's good to hear that people are getting value out of the podcast. We had a really great year last year. We interviewed some fantastic people. Look, this year started off with a cracker too. We had Murray Hale, the $50 million man, first up on the podcast, and it was really good. I'm getting some great feedback about that podcast too. People listening to it and getting their planning underway, which leads me into today's episode. I've got a real beauty for you today. I'm going to take you through what I call the simple marketing plan. This is my simple marketing plan that I've used for years now, and I'm going to go through and help you with this for what I call the simple marketing plan for 2024. Look, there's a great saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And personally, I don't want that for you in 2024. So I'm going to take you through my simple marketing plan. I've got some really good detailed notes here on my computer. And look, the simple marketing plan, it really consists of, it is very simple. It's a 12 month goals, 90-day projects or campaigns, 30-day tasks, and weekly actions. And I'll go through that. Actually take you through 5 steps to get your marketing humming in 2024, so you can really understand and move forward. Momentum is real key when it comes to marketing, and so I'll take you through that, and I'll take you through these 5 steps, and then we'll wrap it around this document here. And by the way, if you want a copy of this document, all you need to do is email Bronte at Bronte. I'll put in the show notes. Bronte will put the show notes at Bronte at getdigitalinfluence.com. We'll send you actually this, so you can go through this while you're going through watching the video or listening to the podcast. So look, I understand, because I've been doing this a while now, that businesses, it can be hard to plan, and thinking about marketing can be hard. And look, most businesses that we generally talk to when they come to talk to us about marketing have tried some marketing tactics, and they're either not sure if it's working really well, or they're just they're frustrated by it, and I get that. In fact, this week on Monday, my first day back, I had a call from a business owner. I could hear the frustration in his voice. He's using an agency, and he's just not sure if his marketing or his advertising spend is working. And then here's the thing: the agency, they're running tactics, but they're running the tactics without doing the strategy first thinking. And look, this is not uncommon, especially with agencies that guarantee results. It's not uncommon for them just to be running tactics because they have to scattergun and see which one's working. And unfortunately, this guy, he's running Google ads, and look, I could tell from the 25 years experience that I had that he just hasn't run the strategy first. He hasn't done the thinking first. He hasn't really thought about it. So I'll give you some ideas on how you can think about this in this video and in this podcast. But look, to be successful in your marketing, you must really design. It's probably something you want to write down and commit to. To be successful with your business and your business's marketing, you must design the strategy first, to pick the tactics you want the tactics to produce the results you want. Okay, I'll say that again. To really be successful in your business's marketing, you must think strategy first. You must design the strategy to pick the tactics to produce the results you want. Really, really care. Most people go to the tactics first, and then the tactics aren't working, and they can't bring it back to understand the strategy because they haven't gone and done that thinking. All right, so this is not what I want from you. I want you really to define your strategy first. I'll give you some steps to do that in this video, because here's the thing: if you do that and you get really clear on that, you can win. And that's the great thing about it. And here's the thing: your competitors aren't going to do this. So do the hard work here, and you will win. Right. So step 1 is define your goals. I want you to be really clear on this. What do you want to achieve from your marketing plan? This is a simple marketing plan. 12-month goals. What is it that you want to achieve? Do you want more leads? Do you want more sales? Do you want to grow more market share? Remember, to grow your market share, you must grow your business or your customers, potential customers' mind share. To do that with marketing, you just need to use this formula that I've been teaching for years now, which is consistency of message plus frequency of reach to create relevancy. The more relevant you are to customers, the more you have part of their mind share, the more they will more likely buy from you. The more relevant you are to customers, the more relevant you are, the more opportunities you get to be at the top of that shopping list. I was talking to some customers yesterday, some new customers about that, and really going, okay, well, what does it mean to be relevant to those people? And your job is to then be consistent with your message, to really know and understand who you are, and how you help people, and then to be really frequent with that, so you become relevant. Because the more relevant you are, trust me, the more sales you will make. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to goals, I said here, more leads, more sales. But actually what you want to do is be more specific with your goals. You want to define them even better. You want to be specific, you want to be measurable, you want to be relevant, and you want to be timely with your goals. So here's the thing. Instead of saying I want more customers, you could say I want to increase my customer base by 17% by the end of November 2024. Can you see how more powerful that is? Instead of saying, which most people will say, I want more customers. I hear this all the time, Scott, I want more customers. Instead of that, be more specific. I want to increase my market share by 17%. I want to increase my customer base by 17%. I want to, be really specific and then put a time date. There's power in this. And you can feel the difference when you start to write this down and you start to go through this exercise. Make no mistake, just this exercise alone will help you stand out and win more in 24. It's just this exercise of being more specific and getting it down here in 12 months will help you. So here, and look, the good news is, I know this from 25 years experience now, your competitors won't do this. They won't. And if they do write anything down, it'll just be generic, like I want more customers. This is the opportunity that you have to win more in 2024. Step 2 is to know your audience. This is a big one. With your marketing and your marketing plan, who are you targeting? Who are you targeting with your marketing plan? And also, what are their needs? What are their pain points? What are their wants? What are their desires? What are their preferences? How can you help solve their problems and fulfill their wants? Really start to know your audience in 2024. I'll give you an example of a plumbing company. Who is the ideal customer for a plumbing company? Well, it could be, if you look at the demographics, it could be a homeowner, 35 plus. It could be, married with 2 kids. They could be the head of the household, or have an annual income of a certain amount. Really family orientated. That they like when their tradespeople turn up on time. They like gardening. They like all this sort of stuff, right? That could be your ideal customer. Some of their frustrations they have is their plumbing's obviously not working. Something's leaking, something's dripping. They're spending too much money on their power and they're not sure why. They can't get a hold of a plumbing company, or no one's returning their call. They need to get their plumbing issue fixed. They find 2 people are too busy to deal with. They're worried about the situation. They could be living in an unhealthy home and they want that fixed. One of their children could be getting sick, and they're not sure why, but they know they've got something wrong with their plumbing, etc. Maybe if you live in areas where the chlorination is in the water, they're sick of having chlorinate in the water, so maybe they want a system to fix that. What are some of the fears that they might have? They may have a fear of being ripped off or overcharged, or paying too much for something that they could have gotten someone elsewhere for a better price. Having their home damaged by faulty workmanship. There's a real fear, right? Having to wait around for the plumber to turn up at your home. Being inconvenienced and by trying to coordinate the trades, etc. There's a whole bunch of fears that people will have. And as a business owner, you need to think about that. You really need to think about your audience. To understand what's going on. Maybe they have some goals. Maybe they want to get their plumbing fixed. As simple as that. Want it fixed. They want to have the issue behind them. They want their house. When someone comes to their house, they want their house to be left tidy. I want you to start thinking about stuff when it comes to knowing your customer. Because here's the thing. I know when I first had my first business, or second business actually, was the search engine optimization company called On Page One. We had a person called Colin We actually had two people, Colin and Mary. We really started to understand who they were as a customer. This allowed us to speak in their language, to talk to them, to understand their wants and desires. We realized that they wanted to be more successful with their marketing, and part of that was, hey, how do people find me in the search engines? And Colin really wanted to win. And so we started having more conversations with more people like Colin, and here's the thing. Once you understand this, you can start to craft your message. You can start to go, okay, well, why should someone choose to do business with you versus your competitors? And when you start to see, because you understand who you are and you understand who your customers are, you can start to answer those questions really, really easily. You can start to say, hey, why should someone do business with us? And maybe start having some chats with your team. Why should people choose us versus choosing the competition? What are the benefits that you offer your customer or your target customer that really resonate with them? Start to think about these types of things, and you'll craft a better message in 2024. By the way, if you want some help with this, then just reach out to me via text. Just text me 021 891 934. That's 021 891 934, and we can help you win more in 2024. I like the sound of that, actually. Win more in 2024. Just text me. We'll start up a text conversation, and then we can share with you how we can help you, and if that's right for you, then we'll go to the next area. Step 3 is to choose your media. Look, I remember having a conversation with one of our long-term clients, Mike James from Novus. He's the owner and one of the managing directors there. Back when he first started advertising, I think there was 1 or 2 channels to choose from, either TV1 or TV2. And then fast forward to today, you look at the endless number of advertising and marketing opportunities we have. From bus backs to social media, SEO, email, pay-per-click with Google ads, Bing ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, TikTok ads. There's so many: radio, TV, newspaper, direct mail, billboards, social ads, and so much more. And you, as a business owner, you can get really confused by that. But remember, in 2024, to be successful, you've got to go to that strategy first. Strategy first to pick the media and the tactics to produce the results you want. Okay, and secondly, once you've picked a media channel, I want you to test it, I want you to measure it, and I want you to squeeze everything you can out of it. And the example of that, when I was talking to this potential customer on Monday, I could tell they're not squeezing the potential out of that platform. They're running Google ads. They're not testing and measuring any of it, and I could tell, that the messages won't be hitting the mark. The ads won't be running as effective as they can. Where they're sending the traffic to won't be as effective as they can. Won't be talking to the language. And a simple way to really understand that even more is to go and read the reviews of your business, or even your competitors, and see what people are saying, good or bad, about your competitors. Because I know when we pick up that client, that's one place that we'll be going, is to read the reviews, to understand the market and the language of the market better, because that is an area I can guarantee, because they've only picked the tactic, they haven't done the strategy thinking, that they're the reason they're losing. Step 4 is content marketing. Look, content marketing, you need to be building content in 2024. Content builds authority in the marketplace. You need to be giving people insights and value in advance of them ever doing any business with you first. And look, don't underestimate the knowledge and the insights that you have inside your brain. Now, a good example of this is talking to a new client yesterday, and we were talking about sharing knowledge, and they work in the high end of recruitment, doctors, surgeons, etc. And he was talking to a doctor, and the doctor was really frustrated that he hadn't had a really good financial year, and so my client was talking to him about it, and he said, hey, do you mind if I have a look at your profit and loss, your P&L? And he started going through the P&L, and he started looking at it and going, well, actually, you're actually earning good money. There's money here that you actually just haven't distributed properly. There's money here on this P&L that's yours through dividends, etc., that if you paid yourself out, you'd be making really, really good money. And that doctor didn't know that. He didn't understand the P&L. And that's okay, right? Like, it's not your job as a doctor to understand that. But this client, he had insights into that. So he shared it with the doctor, and all of a sudden the doctor was like, He went from being frustrated and annoyed that he wasn't earning the right money to seeing that he's actually had one of his best years ever. And I think that's the thing, you know. So my client Mike helped him understand the P&L, understand what's actually working, and shared his insights and his knowledge, you know. And it's real easy to not believe that sometimes you have knowledge and value to share. But that's a great example of, you know, the doctor's now very, very happy. He's having a great financial year, you know. So, you know, with content, you want to build know, like, and trust. You know, build the know. You must share the character. I've shared this story a number of times around why I created the hashtag Celebrate Your Victories, because I want to get known by a character in a business that likes celebrating wins and winning. You know, chemistry, building that, creating that chemistry with people. You know, it's one of the reasons I'm doing more videos now, is creating chemistry. It's one of the reasons we do seminars, is we can talk to people, touch people, you know, and share our stories and create that chemistry. And then trust, to demonstrate credibility. To build know, like, and trust, you must demonstrate credibility, right? And you want to do that by creating different forms of content. You know, social media posts, social media ads, blog posts, podcasts like this, short form video content, long form video content, case studies, ebooks, checklists, testimonials, emails. You want to be putting out content. Look, and I understand, as a business owner, it can be really frustrating and hard to create content. That's why we created a system for creating regular and quality content. Our system's called Video Influence. And by the way, I'll put a link in the show notes where you can learn more about it. We've got a whole video on our Video Influence product, but also if you want to go through it and you want me to take you through it, just text me 021-891-934. Just put Video Influence in the text, and I'll either send you some links, and then we can have a chat about how, you know, we can help you with that, because it really, really is important that you create content to build authority in 2024. Because here's, once again, the opportunity is your competitors aren't going to do it. You know, there's a massive gap that you can create between you and your competitors in your marketplace by creating content. Okay, step 5 is to know your numbers and measure performance. You know, John Wanamaker famously said in the 1880s, 50% of my advertising works, I'm just not sure what 50% it is. Well, I'm going to call bullshit on that in 2024. There's no excuses. The company I was talking to on Monday, the agency running their ads is not measuring the performance or reporting anything. You know, the business owner sadly is paying really good money, $5,000 a month, and is flying blind. And look, I've created a great episode on knowing your numbers and measuring performance called the Magical Marketing Number. Once again, I'll put a link in the show notes, but you need to be calculating, you know that number so you can understand what it is to confidently market your business. You must know, what a client is worth to you. What are you prepared to pay to get a client? How much the lifetime value of that client is worth to you. So you can then create irresistible offers, and you know what it costs to bring someone in the door, and you know what you're prepared to pay to get someone in the door, because once you do that, you can start out marketing your competitors. You know, if you understand your lifetime value of a client, and you understand that that person, stay with you, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you understand the market and your market, and you can really start to market your business with confidence, and you'll find out the sweet spot for your marketing spend. Once again, I'll put a link to the Magical Marketing Number. Make sure we put a link to that. So go through that episode and really understand your marketing numbers and marketing performance. And then you want to be setting up systems to track and measure your marketing performance. Look, just even using Google Analytics, really setting that up well with GA4 these days. If you want help with that, reach out to me and my team. We'll help you with that. You've got to get clarity on those numbers. We actually use a live dashboard now, so your clients can log in at any time and they can see the dashboard. They can see what's going on. So we'll definitely link to that. So here's the thing. Those 5 things again, define your marketing goals, know your audience, choose your media channels, create content, and know your numbers and measure performance. Because here's the thing. Once you know all this, you can start using what I call the simple marketing plan. So what you now is, all you need to do is start putting your 12-month goals in the section here. Okay? Then you have some 90-day projects. So let's say one of your 12-month goals was actually to grow your market share by 17%. Okay, so to do that, you're going to have to start doing some projects. Maybe one of your projects is to make sure that you're retaining your existing business. So that's a project. And then one of the other campaigns is to get your CRM working, where you've created some content and you're building your database. Okay, so you're building your customer database, maybe by giving a free checklist or an ebook out. One of the things that we're doing this year. So you start having your goals, you start having your projects, and then you start having your weekly tasks. So a good way to do this, I've got a great question that I'll take you through. This will really help you get more projects and more tasks for more weekly actions to help you solidify your marketing plan. I want you to sit down and I want you to ask this question. If you've listened to the podcast before, you've heard me say this question many times because it's such a powerful question. Look, if we were having this discussion 12 months from today and you were looking back over those 12 months, what has to happen for you to feel happy with your progress with your marketing and advertising? Specifically, what dangers that you have now that need to be eliminated? You know, what opportunities need to be captured and what strengths need to be maximized? I can tell you right now, for that business I talked to on Monday, one of the dangers they need to eliminate right now is to stop spending money on their marketing and advertising if they're not prepared to track it, if they're not prepared to know for every dollar that they spend where that dollar goes, okay? That is a danger that needs to be eliminated, okay? So that would then be, okay, one of my 90-day projects is to set up my Google Analytics properly. So I actually know within 90 days, I can look back and go, you know what? I know for every dollar I spend where it all goes and it's tracked, okay? Then your 30-day task would be, okay, what's part of that project that I need to get done in 30 days? And, you know, that part of that could be getting an agency that actually knows what they're doing when it comes to testing, measuring, and tracking, right? So the other things, okay, that question again, because I want you to go and write this question down and start filling in this form. If we were having this discussion 12 months from today, and you were looking back over those 12 months, okay, what has to happen for you to feel happy with your progress with your marketing and advertising? Specifically, what dangers do you have now that need to be eliminated? You know, what needs to be eliminated? What opportunities need to be captured? And what strengths need to be maximized? I tell you, if you sit down and you answer that question, you'll start creating a list of projects and things and campaigns that you need to do. This is the strategy first thinking. This will help you define your goals. It will help you create these projects. It will help you create these tasks and these weekly actions. Guys and girls, I really appreciate you listening to the Marketing for Business podcast today. Look, this is the simple marketing plan. Okay, we can give you more. There's more depth you can go into with marketing plans, but for now, let's just get this simple marketing plan going. Okay, every business owner can do this. If you want some help with this, all you need to do is reach out to me. Text me 021 891 934. I'll put you in touch with me and my team, etc., and we will help you design the strategy first to produce the tactics you want, to produce the results that you want. Make no mistake, this is where you're going to win in 2024. If you want to win in 2024, you need to get it down on paper. You need to commit to a plan because here's the thing, as I said before, you know, to grow your market share, you must grow the mind share. To do that, you must have consistency of message plus frequency of reach to become relevant. The more relevant you are, the more sales you make. Look, make no mistake, some businesses are going to win really big in 2024. I want it to be you. I want it to be you. By the way, as I wrap this up, if you're a business owner and you have colleagues, other business friends, please share this video with them, you know, because here's the thing, it's better when we all win together, right? It's better when you and your friends win, your business friends win. So please share this podcast with them, you know, maybe even go through this exercise together. If you want to, by the way, once again, if you want to copy this, just email Bronte. She'll have the links in the show notes here and we'll send you a copy. All right, guys, hey, thanks for your time. I really appreciate you listening to the Marketing for Business podcast. Do me a favor, you know, take action this year. Take action towards your goals. Be really intentional with your goals in 2024, and we'll look forward to hearing your results and celebrating your victories in 2024. All right, thanks for your time and have a great day.